Hey everyone, welcome to Hankster's Hot Rods and Muscle Cars in Homer City, Pennsylvania. My name's Billy, I'm the buyer here at Hankster's, and you found our YouTube channel. What I want to show you today is this car behind me, the newest certified item in our inventory. Our certified vehicles come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile powertrain warranty, and they come with enclosed shipping to the lower 48 states at the price on our website. You can also see more pictures of this vehicle and all of our other inventory at hanksters.com. So let's get started. What we're looking at today is a 1970 Ford Mustang Mach 1. As we can see, the vehicle is finished off in this kind of graphite charcoal gray paint. Really nice shiny paint job on this car. It shows really well. It looks awesome in the photos. It looks even better in person. Real glossy and smooth, very consistent. We'll talk about some of the striping on the vehicle as we go around. So here we're looking at the front fender. We can see some of the bright work. That chrome trim is really nice, vibrant on our marker light. The plastic's in great shape, really nice and bright. Bright work around our wheel wells. Those moldings look nice. They're real tight to the body here, the fender of the car, they look good. We have mag wheels here, kind of a silver painted finish in the centers and then polished lips. There's no curb damage or scratching on the wheels. They look real good. BFGoodrich Radial TA tires on all four corners. In the front, they're 215/60 15s. Here we see some of the badging on the Mustang. Mustang script here on the lower fender. And then the wide Mach 1 molding here. It's about 8 inches all along the side of the car. A black finned with silver accent molding all the way back. Mach 1 embossed here on the front fender. Really nice and aggressive styling here for the lower body molding. Topped off with like a stainless trim at the top. Our door gaps look nice. Our panel fitment, very consistent and smooth from fender to door there. We have painted side view mirrors on both sides of the Mach 1. That's the same color match to the body, so consistent color there. The glass, that's in good shape as well. Looking up the A-pillar here and along the drip rail on the top, looks nice in there, glossy paint. The sealer's not all cracked up or chipping away. Always want to check in there, that looks good. And our molding here around the window is also in good shape with our corner piece fitting well there. Even our trim here on the back of the door glass looks good. Chrome door handle, push button open here. Chrome's nice, lock cylinder, and the door handle have the rubber isolators behind them. So here on the inside, we can see the black upholstery and the comfort weave pattern. These are really nice soft seats every time I get into one of these. Super comfortable, nice plush seats here. Front and back match, of course. We have our lap belts for the front passengers along with shoulder belts tucked up into the headliner there. We can see our center console, full-length center console with kind of a storage armrest there. Some decorative wood grain going up to the 4-speed manual shifter there with a Hurst style shifter. Factory heater controls there. You can see that the car also is equipped with an aftermarket air conditioning unit, the Vintage Air. So you see some of the controls there for that below and the vents that correspond with that. Modern radio, Pioneer CD player in the Mustang. A lot of modern speakers to go with that. Then behind our steering wheel we have the factory gauges, the speedometer, tachometer, fuel gauge, temperature, trimmed in a real nice wood grain bezel there around the main gauges. And we do have a couple auxiliary gauges on the A-pillar pod there. We have oil pressure, and I think there's a voltage in there as well. Wood grain 3-spoke steering wheel. Looks like we have a tilt column in this Mustang as well. Got that Mach 1 carpeting with those integrated rubber pieces there. Our door panels, molded, plastic, covered in vinyl. It looks really nice, nice and smooth. Sometimes these can get warped or cracked. These ones are in really good condition. You can see our courtesy light is working properly. We have a carpeted bottom piece there, nice and straight on these panels. Manual windows, and we do have a remote there for our driver's side mirror. Our door rubber looks good, nice and soft. Door closed as well. You can see the gaps really nice from top to bottom here, nice and consistent. Body lines still good all the way back here on the quarter panel of the vehicle. Our rear tires are wider. They're BFGoodrich Radial TAs just like the front, but these are 255/60s, so it gives you that classic muscle car stance here with a wider, more aggressive, taller tire in the back. That dark gray paint looks really good and glossy here along the roof of the vehicle and down along the trunk. Very consistent, high gloss finish here. Iconic styling on the Mach 1. It's got a lot of aggressive styling, which includes this rear window louver. It does hinge up, it releases and hinges up. Of course, your factory glass is under there. We can't see it, but there's two 6x9 Pioneer speakers in that rear package tray. The rear of the vehicle, we can see our trunk mounted spoiler finished off in the satin black to kind of match the louvers and match some of the striping on the car. This is where we get our first good look at the striping. It's painted on the vehicle, but it's super nice and smooth underneath the clear coat. You can't really feel it. Masking was done very neatly here. Lines up well. Right in the middle we have our metal Mach 1 badge in great condition there. Iconic Mustang, 3-bar taillights. The lenses are good, the bezels look really clean. They've been replaced at some point. The black paint looks nice to separate the lenses, the chrome bezel around in great condition. And then the silver paint in the insets looks really good too. Plastic piece on the filler panel here. Kind of a honeycomb pattern, no damage that I see on that. And our fuel filler is right here. Rear bumper, the chrome looks great. Nice and straight, tucked up nice to the car, nice and close. It's consistent from side to side. Good fitment there on the rear bumper. Our reverse lights here with chrome bezels. And you can see our dual exhaust here, just kind of a turned down exhaust pipe there at the bottom. Let's take a look inside the trunk. A little bit of room for carrying some stuff, but some really nice upgrades in here. Our whole trunk floor and sides, all carpeted, really nice high quality look in here. We do have some audio upgrades in here. 2 amplifiers, 1 on each side, and then 2 subwoofers there facing the rear of the vehicle. A couple sets of floor mats too. We have some rubber ones, also some carpeted embroidered floor mats with the Mustang logo. But you can see all this finished off in carpet. Really nice polished look here for the trunk of the Mach 1. Trunk closes real nice, nice and secure. You can take a look down the passenger side of the vehicle. Looking at the bodywork, nice and straight. Really looks good as we look down the side of the vehicle. Take a look at one of our rear wheels. Just a wider lip here. These are wider than the front, but still great shape, no damage whatsoever. In good condition. And then we have these kind of screw-on Mustang center caps. They're just a little bit of a different look from kind of the cone shape that a lot of these mag wheels have. One thing I didn't mention on the driver's side is that rear window. That's a vent window, so it twists and pops out, lets fresh air into the cabin. Trim looks nice also around this side. Drip rail, good as well. Real nice and clean in there. It's an impressive paint job on this Mustang. In the passenger side, we get a good look at the dashboard. Kind of have those swoop areas for the passenger and then a separate one for the driver. Inside, use the wood grain to kind of mimic behind the gauges, but on this side we have a clock. Just a clock in there, a nice wood grain, and then a Mach 1 badge that's on the right-hand side. The dash itself is in good shape. I don't see any cracks in it. And from this side, you can kind of see those gauges in the A-pillar on the driver's side. Check the website for photos of that as well. And then our passenger side door panel is also in good condition. We have the wood grain Mustang inset here with the horse and badge logo. Nice carpet on the bottom. Bright work trim. It's attached well. Looks good. Wind up window. No remote mirror on this side. Passenger door closes well. Gap's good, consistent. Front and back. Our rocker molding, our finned molding on the passenger side also looks good. All the lines line up nice. Fender mounted antenna secured to the car. Here we can see our windshield. It's in great shape. Super nice and clear. I don't see any chips in it. Our molding around the windshield, nice and shiny. Paint meets up to it real nice, nice and neat all the way around. Maybe a tiny little ding or two. It doesn't detract from the car at all. And then we do have some tweeters here mounted on the sides of the dashboard. So we have tweeters, kick panel speakers, 6x9s, 2 subwoofers in the back, very upgraded audio system here in the Mustang. Here we can take a look at the hood. One thing that's kind of famous for some Mustangs here is a shaker hood. So we have a hole cut in the hood with a scoop here, a functional scoop. The rubber here that kind of seals it from weather, that's in good condition. Also the metal trim around the cutout is in great shape. And then more of those painted on stripes here with the 351 logo. Great masking all the way around. Looks really good. Very neat job there. The front of the Mustang, really aggressive styling up here. You can see a couple kind of louvers here on the sides. The headlights are inset a little bit on the 1970 model. Glass lenses, those are in good condition. The grille looks really good. Painted in like a satin, almost semi-gloss black, so it has a little sheen to it. Our marker lights have a real nice kind of crisscross bezel there. Silver paint at the bottom's in good condition. Our front bumper, the chrome on that bumper looks really good. There's no haziness, there's no scratching. Really nice and shiny there. Down low we have a kind of painted lower valance here, and then one thing that most of these Mach ones have is a pretty large plastic air dam on the bottom, secured to the car well. When we get to the underside, you'll see another view of that. So we'll open the hood, release the twist lock pins here on each side, and then the hood will open. So here we can see factory hood, all the bracing. You can see here the really neat cutout here. All of our trim securing hardware there on the bottom side to keep everything in place. Here you can see that shaker. Finned on the top, black paint. Here's our kind of weather seal here. Nice rubber there. It's not all old and dry. So for drivetrain, we're looking at a 351 Cleveland V8 Ford engine. We have some suspension braces here in chrome just to kind of dress up the engine bay. The engine's painted in the Ford factory blue color. That includes the engine block, water pump housing, the valve covers, the cylinder heads, all in that factory blue. The manifold, it's the original style manifold, cast manifold, and then there's a Holley 4-barrel with electric choke on top of that. You can't really see much because of all the factory air cleaner stuff. We do have some ignition upgrades here on the car. MSD, distributor, coil, ignition box there, all MSD. One really nice upgrade here is the vintage air unit here, and those controls we talked about, and some extra venting inside the vehicle. And we do have power disc brakes on the front. It's a Baer 4-piston caliper, slotted and drilled rotor upgrade on the front, drums on the rear. Steel radiator, original style, plastic fan shroud in good condition. You can see some factory stickers. And then we have our clutch fan here for our cooling fan. So we got a good look at the Mustang from the exterior, the interior, under the hood. We're going to take a look underneath. We'll see some more upgrades under there. If you need any more information on the car or any others, you can reach out to us on the website. Give us a call, shoot us an email. We're happy to answer any questions for you. So hang tight. We'll take the car in the back and we'll put it on the lift.
Hey, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. Here we are underneath our 1970 Mustang. We can kind of talk about it. A couple upgrades under here that are pretty neat. So yeah, plastic air dam up front. I always want to make sure those are attached to the car well. It is. I see all the mounting bolts here. No issues there. Nice and tight to the car. Some minor scratching on the bottom. No cracks, of course. Looks good. Cooling system, original style. Steel radiator here. Taking a look at the rad support. That looks nice and straight. Lower hose, no leaks. Drain petcock here, nice and dry. We've got our clutch fan here for cooling. Steel blades. And take a look at some of the suspension here on the Mustang, stock style. Looking at my coil springs here with our dampers there through. Everything looks original and in good condition. We do have a nice upgrade here in the braking system. Slotted and drilled rotors. You can probably see this one on the video. They're Baer brakes, so a performance upgrade there. And then we have our 4-piston calipers on the front. We have drums on the rear of the Mustang. Here's our front sway bar. It's about 1 inch wide. You can see our rubber bushings here. attached to the clamps holding it to the frame of the vehicle. That rubber feels nice and good. Here is our end links. You wiggle this around, you don't get any vibrations. No funny noises here driving this Mustang. 351 Cleveland. Power plant here, V8 Ford. Taking a look around the perimeter for leaks, no signs. Here, back at the bell housing, same thing, nice and dry. Our oil filter, spin-on filter, no evidence of leaks there either. It's all finished off in that dark blue Ford paint. Here, engine block, oil pan, even the trans, a four-speed manual transmission here, painted in that Ford blue. Our drain plug's nice and dry there. Taking a look at the exhaust, cast iron manifolds here onto the cylinder heads, original parts, and then we have a dual exhaust coming back, a little crossover pipe there in the middle, all the way back out the rear of the vehicle. And here we're taking a look at some of the structure of the vehicle, kind of the front frame area here. All the factory metals there, you can see the seams, our torque boxes, those nice and solid here, that's where our lift supports are. And then the floor pans, you can kind of probably get a little view of them here on the front. We'll see a little bit better view as we go in the back. I see a lot of factory stampings there. Undercoating on the underside, but it still looks pretty solid. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around to the back. All right, we'll continue here from the rear of the vehicle. Here I can still see those factory stampings in our floor pans and that light coat of undercoating. Take a look at the pictures on the website, you'll get a better view of that. Here's our drive shaft, steel unit, original style. Taking a look here at the output of our transmission of our 4-speed there, just looking for any signs of seepage or leaks. It looks really nice and clean there, so no leaks at the rear of the trans. Drive shaft comes back, meets up to the Ford 9-inch rear. Here it's an open diff 323 gear ratio. Our dual exhaust into a set of Flowmaster style mufflers here. They actually are Flowmasters. And then our tailpipes come over the axle. Here they're exiting the vehicle, just kind of turned down here at the rear beside the fuel tank there. Here I'm taking a look at my e-brake cables coming back both sides of the vehicle to the rear brakes hooked in both sides, drums in the rear like we mentioned before. We do have some chassis stiffening here on the Mustang, subframe connectors. From the front they bolt on to the rear of the chassis here. Just adds rigidity to the vehicle. Looking at my brake line here, fixed into the clips, just like it's supposed to be. We also have a rear proportioning valve here for the brakes, kind of adjust that to allow a different pressure front and rear of the vehicle. So you can kind of fine tune that braking proportioning to your liking. Stock style rear suspension multi-leafs, those look good. KYB shocks in the rear. Those have been replaced at some point. That's not original equipment, but original style. Here I'm looking at the rear integrated frame rails. I don't see any damage. Those look fine. Bump stops are still there. Undercoating here on the inside of the trunk area. Small rear sway bar here. Clamps holding it, rubber bushings, end links. I see the rubber in there too. And then our leaf springs here with the hanger on the back, and I connect it to that frame. Everything looks fine. I don't see any corrosion here on the frame, integrated frame at all. Shock where the spring mounts here up in the chassis of the car looks good too. And then finally the fuel tank here, finishing off the back of the Mustang. Looking at my fuel line coming out, my electrical connector here for the gauge. That rubber looks good, the clamp's present. No signs of leaks there. Fuel tank's nice and straight too. All the stamping marks, no damage, no dents in or anything like that. So, all right, that'll kind of finish us off. I'm going to put the car down and we'll start it up.